Welcome to the AirBNB in Nottingham. Okay, just taking a little look around before we go inside, and that's the view from outside the AirBNB. Looking out over a park, which is quite nice. And finally, inside the property. So, as you can see, to the left, as you're coming through the door, there's a door, we've got a really large wardrobe. It's black, I'm not sure you can actually pick it up too well, but it's a huge wardrobe with obviously plenty of room for clothes for 4 people, since this is actually advertised as somewhere for 4 people. And next to that we've got the double bed, which is a nice size. I think it's probably a king actually rather than a double, because it is a good fair size. And then to top off the bedroom area, a small bedside table with a lamp, which is quite nice on an evening just to have the lamp on. It gives out just enough nice light when you sat in the evening. Okay, so then going over to the living area, we've got one settee here, which is actually a bed settee, so it can be another double bed for 2 more guests. And to the right, there is a second settee, which is obviously useful, particularly if you're using the first one as a bed. And in the middle there we've got a little coffee table, which actually was over there underneath the TV, albeit I've moved it out because I prefer it there when I've been here. So I've been here for the full week. It's been absolutely fine. So we've got a nice large TV. It does have a satellite box, but that's just for Freeview. There isn't satellite, but at least it's a nice size television. And then as you carry on, you've got the fridge, you've got the kitchen area, obviously the cooker, the microwave, pretty much everything. Now this, as I said, is an Airbnb, and I've not stayed in an Airbnb before, so I can't really compare it like I can with hotels. But what I will say is that when you arrive, the host, I think they call them, the guy makes sure you've got a pint of milk in there, which is really nice. If you want to, obviously for drinks, etc. So that's really nice, it's a pint of milk. Also there's teas, sugar, and in here there's coffee and 1 or 2 of the bits and pieces, which I think is absolutely, it's great. You're sort of really looking for the essentials. And in there, of course, you saw cups, and down here you've got pans, you've got some cooking, and of course some plates and bowls. So you've really got everything you need, a home from home. Okay, so just then moving towards the bathroom area, you've got obviously an electric heater. You do have a radiator over the next to the bed. But there's also a radiator which obviously works on a thermometer basis, so you can put it to whatever temperature, which is nice because you can, boost it up a bit in the evening when you want to be a bit more toasty, and then obviously turn it down at night when you go to bed. So quite ideal. So in here there is a room, and in the room is a shower. Now, as I say, I've just hung the towel up because that's what I've finished now, so I'm just hanging that up to dry. So you've got a shower. Good shower. Takes a few seconds for the water to heat up because it's not like an electric, well, it probably is an electric shower, but I don't know. But it just takes a few seconds for the water to come through warm, but obviously once it does, it's a really, really good shower. And of course there is a toilet and a small sink. So, ideal, it's what you need, very pleasant. And there's a few nice touches by the host with pots of flowers around, obviously the plastic flowers, but it's a nice touch to have them around. So, rate. The rate on Airbnb was, I paid, I think it's just over £40 a night. Now, obviously, I'm a single person doing this, staying here. Not a single person, but you know what I mean. I'm staying here on my own. So, 40 is not too bad. It's certainly cheaper than a hotel. But if you think if you had 4 of you and you wanted somewhere to stay in Nottingham, £40 is not bad at all. You would pay a lot more than that in a couple of hotel rooms. So, as a first experience of an Airbnb, I absolutely cannot fault it. It's advertised as a self-contained. I think it's like a studio flat or something, or I can't remember the name, but basically, yeah, it's perfect. You come in. I mean, I've been coming here on an evening. You come in, you take your coat off. You're like in your own little home, which it's a lot more. And also, just very quickly, I was studying this and thinking, why do I prefer it to a hotel room, where I always like the anonymity of a hotel room. You can go in, shut the door and be yourself and just not bothered. But I realised that thinking about it, when you go into a hotel room, your bed is the main focus. Absolutely. You're there to stay the night, so right slap bang in the middle of the room. Yes, the television, you can see things, and sometimes you do get a chair, maybe even a settee in a hotel room. But the focus is your bed. Slap bang in the middle of the room, your bed. So it almost tells you that you're only here to stay the night. You're not here for anything other than, yes, this is just a stopping off place. It's somewhere convenient. When you come in here, and I assume other studio flats of Airbnb, your bed is in an area, like a bedroom. I know it's all one room, but you've got a bed in an area. But you've also got a living area. And what I found is that in a hotel, I would take the coat off, you'd get yourself comfortable, you'd flop yourself on the bed to watch TV or whatever. Or if there was a seat, you would. But the seat would always be sort of slightly to the side of the TV. Here, I found myself coming in, getting myself ready for the evening, and then sitting on the settee, putting the TV on, watching it, just like you would at home. And I think that's the difference. And then, at some point in the night, I'd get up, pop some food on to cook, and then have the food. And it's almost that you don't think about the bed. The bed's there, but you don't think about it until you get to that time of night where you go, well, I think I'll go to bed now. And of course, you pop into bed. But the point is, it's not the focus of the room. If anything, the focus is the living area, which is why I think it makes it different, and why I will definitely stay here again above a hotel. Now, I can't say, oh yes, I'll always choose an Airbnb, because you don't know what other ones are like. I just know this one, and definitely I prefer this at the moment to the hotel rooms that I've stayed in. So, a bit of a revelation. Hotel room reviews is being a rebel. Okay, so one final thing, a couple of final things. The view. Obviously, because you belong to almost like a member of the public, it's not a business, you're offered in their premises, which I am, in the garden. As you can see, you don't get much of a view. Obviously, there's a bit of a wall. You can see out there onto a road that's with cars passing. But this isn't about a view. I mean, some of the hotels you don't get much of a view around here, but this isn't about a view. It's about finding somewhere to stay when you've finished work. Facilities, Wi-Fi, right, okay, so it's provided by the host, and this Wi-Fi is absolutely brilliant. I've used it for Sky. I've plugged in fact, what I managed to do is actually plug my laptop into the HDMI cable from the Sky dish, and there you go, I've got Sky TV on the television. So you can watch Sky, no buffering, perfectly good Wi-Fi. Likewise with Netflix and YouTube. Again, not watching it on a laptop, you're actually watching it on the TV, which is brilliant and adds to the feeling that you're in more of a home than a hotel room. So, rating. Okay, you've maybe not got so much of a view. Take half a point off for that, even though the view's not what you're after. Would you like a slightly bigger bathroom? Of course you would. You'd always like a bigger bathroom. You'd always like a bigger room. You know, you'd always like it double the size or whatever. So maybe half a point for that. Other than that, no, I don't see a problem with this. And normally I'd say, right, okay, that's 2.5 points. That's 1 point off 9 out of 10. But actually, I'll probably give another half a point just for the feeling that when you come in, you're not hemmed in a room, you're not in a bedroom, you're actually in a living space with a bed that's in it. So I'm going to rate this a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, obviously it's clean. Sorry, I should have said, but yeah, I mean, it's spotlessly clean. And not having been in an Airbnb before, I decided, oh, right, obviously, you know, I want to check if it's clean. You know, the bedding was perfectly clean. All the sort of settees, the covers on the settees, perfectly clean. The cups, you know, you're a bit funny about eating when other people have eaten off them. Again, check them out, absolutely pristinely clean. So nothing with that. The decoration looks fresh. I mean, I don't even know if this is a pretty new build. It could well be when you look around it, because I can't see any evidence of where there's been any scuff marks or any time. Things that happen just generally over time. So yeah, I'll give this a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching. Please check back. There'll be more hotels. I'm not abandoning hotels. There'll be far more hotels coming up in the future. And please check back and subscribe if you haven't done. Because now we've reached 100 subs. So that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for watching.